TitleMatchNetwork.com.
The Cobra finisher came from a gentleman in Japan named Taro, who at a bar just showed me this thing with his arm. And it was this little thing they did where he made it into like he'd turn it and put a stick here and make it like a little wooden puppet type thing.
Right.
And I remember looking at the guy, it was actually Yuki Shikawa, who's now the, I'm like, what is that? Why is he doing that? He was, I don't know, it's just something funny. So, and the guy couldn't speak English, so it was kind of, we were able to share a laugh without having the language.
Right.
And then, I saw him a few months later, he did it again, and that was it. I forgot about it for years. And one day I'm having a match, I think it was against Carlito or Chavo. And I look at Cena and I go, hey, watch this, I'm gonna try something, So I'll do my comeback, like, wah, 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 toom, and he turns and I roll him up. And the audience immediately laughed. Without ever seeing it on TV or having, being preconditioned to it, they laughed immediately. So I came back and he's like, keep it. And I only did it on live events. I used to do it into a schoolboy.
Right.
And then one day I go to TV and Ricky Steamboat's my producer and he's like, I forget who I was wrestling. And anyway, he's like, yeah, you're going to wrestle Santino. He's going over with the Cobra. He goes, Vince wants to see it. He's heard all about it. I'm like, okay. So the word got back. And I did the Cobra for a little bit. And then we invented the sock gimmick.
Right.
To put on top of it. And I remember there was times when I give that look, just the look, and people would go nuts and stand up and like see the whole arena going, and I'm like, why are you guys settling for this? This is so, I'm not lame, but I'm like, they loved it though, so of course I did it to the best of my ability. But yeah, phoniest move in wrestling history, I think.
Mick Foley ever say, hey, this kind of reminds me of Sacco?
No, he never did. No, he didn't, because it wasn't the same. But you know who called me out on something? You mentioned ODB before.
Right.
The trombone. I stole that from, the only thing I ever stole in wrestling was a trombone. So I didn't know if she saw it, but one day I get a text and it's like, nice trombone, ha ha ha, whatever, with her voice, ha ha ha. Yeah. So I text her, yeah, I'm meaning to talk to you about that. She goes, nah, it's okay, as long as it's getting good use or whatever. So the trombone is from ODB, it's official. I got pickpocketed in Italy one time. So I'll do the match, the Italian fans, it's very special for me to go wrestle in Italy. Like, they're chanting Santino between every match. And I was the U.S. champion at the time. And they're like, this next match is for the United States. They're going crazy. I think it was Wade Barrett. Get out there, cut a promo. And we have the match. Cobra, 1, 2, 3. I just won the World Series on the top rope, basking in all the glory. Cobra goes back in my singlet. I'm audience. And one guy, it was a flawless attempt. He just went, and I'm like, and he went back pretty quick. So, between you and I right now, there'd be 8 guys, right?
Right.
It's a packed crowd. And he just faded. And I was kind of like, well done. But he stole my Cobra. Wow. Stole the Cobra. I'm like, motherfucker.
TitleMatchNetwork.com